A major new development involving Jonilamb and Daystar TV is that it is occurring once again. Someone deep inside the network has finally spoken. A startling audio tape just made public by Arnold Torres, a part-time board member of Daystar, reveals the Christian network's corruption, manipulation, and deceit. This story will astound you, even if you thought the other ones were terrible. Daystar is not what it appears to be, as Torres demonstrates through unethical methods of soliciting funds, poor management, and questionable commercial dealings. And the focal point of it all is Jonilamb. Please ensure that you are following our show before we begin. This is the spot. Make sure you're prepared to receive updates by clicking that subscribe button. That's when the truth will emerge. Alright, now we can move on to the stunning details. The leaked recording of Arnold Torres reveals an unsettling aspect of Daystar's business practices. An environment of constant competition amongst employees is what he describes as a system of manipulation and control. Their faith in Christ was deemed less significant than their patriotism, they were informed. According to many who have worked there before, Daystar is not a team-oriented workplace. The opposite is true. Tensions are high and people are constantly scanning their surroundings. A lot of people are really scared that they will be hurt if they say anything. In battle with the lords, the consequences for rule breakers are severe. They may lose their jobs, end up in court, or be the target of public ridicule. Torres describes the unsettling behavior of top bosses like Jonilamb, who purposefully incite staff to fight amongst themselves by fostering an atmosphere of divisiveness. It is guaranteed that in the face of corruption or misconduct, their employees never band together to combat it. Employees are encouraged to report each other, leading to a climate of paranoia and distrust in the workplace. Worse yet, Daystar cloaks its incompetent leadership in the guise of spiritual authority. Anyone who raises doubts about the current system's management is subject to acting badly or perhaps being influenced by Satan. In the recording, Torres demonstrates how managers maintain complete control over their employees through manipulative tactics. The Bible does not guide this authoritarian regime. The leaked Torres tape demonstrates not just that Daystar fosters an environment of terror, but also how the network deceives the public in order to maintain its strong image. The most startling thing he says is that Daystar manipulates the book market by purchasing numerous books to make them appear to be bestsellers. So, books by Jonilamb and others associated with the network don't sell well in reality, but they appear to sell well because the network buys a lot of them to promote sales. Daystar personas Jonilamb and others are made up to seem like famous authors thanks to this inflationary effect. By engaging in such deceitful behavior, these leaders give the impression that they have widespread support, when in fact, they do not. However, it is not all. Daystar uses deceit to solicit donations and exerts pressure on those who do so. Donating money will magically bring you fortune, according to the network. Weak people, particularly the elderly, are led astray into contributing more than they can afford in the misguided belief that they will get extraordinary riches as a reward. The leaders of Daystar are able to live lavishly, take extravagant vacations, and buy extravagant goods with that money. It does not go toward charity or kingdom service. The core of the problem, according to those who have spoken out, is Jonilamb's domineering, manipulative, and dangerously dictatorial leadership style. Torres claims that Jonilamb runs Daystar not as a non-profit, but rather as her own business. She has a reputation for showing favoritism and providing incentives to those who blindly obey her. She either leaves people alone or punishes them if they dare to challenge her decisions. Many of Joni's former workers have testified that she only works with persons who are willing to do her bidding. Membership in her inner circle grants you access to better health care, more wealth, and greater influence. The moment you cross the line, though, you're out. Leaked audio suggests that Daystar's leadership is rooted in insecurity rather than trust. Instead of leading with humility and a desire to help others, Jonilamb demands unwavering allegiance. Workers experience hostile treatment if they voice their concerns regarding ethical issues. Joni rejects constructive criticism because she views it as an attack from the adversary rather than an opportunity to learn from her mistakes. By avoiding accountability, this strategy allows misbehavior to persist unchecked. Torres may have stated the most disturbing thing: accusations of sexual misconduct are handled by Daystar in this manner. According to Torres, a high-ranking individual named Pete is the target of particularly serious allegations of sexual assault within the network. Supposedly, rather than confronting these allegations head-on, Daystar's leadership sought to cover them up. Staff members who had concerns in the past were either ignored, terminated, or instructed to be silent. Because the network was more concerned with protecting its image than with doing the right thing, it hindered victims' attempts to seek justice at every turn. For a Christian organization, this is completely unacceptable, as it contradicts all teachings found in the Bible. Daystar is a power-hungry empire that utilizes religious terminology to mask its true nature, not a ministry based on biblical principles. Many people have understood this for years. The audio of Arnold Torres, which was leaked, illustrates this point. People have mistakenly believed Daystar to be a God-honoring group for far too long, leading them to rely on them for religious content. The astounding revelations made in this audio tape, however, reveal an ugly aspect of deceit, hypocrisy, and corruption that can no longer be overlooked. In the middle of it all is Jonilamb. Seems like a once faith-based network has transformed into a corporate behemoth where power, control, and wealth take precedence over doing justice. The video clearly shows that the leaders of Daystar have a very risky mindset. Those in charge are immune to criticism, and dissenters are viewed as potential threats. In God's kingdom, this must not be done. Jesus warned his disciples to avoid imposters who claim to be shepherds but really use them for their own benefit. Christian leaders, according to the Bible, should be selfless advocates for righteousness, truth, and fairness. However, the situation at Daystar is completely backwards. Christians who believed their gifts would be used for God's purpose contributed to Daystar. This leaked tape, however, suggests that the funds might have gone toward lavish spending on personal items and deceitful advertising rather than actual kingdom labor. How many elderly believers have watched their hard-earned funds disappear into lavish lifestyles and dubious business dealings while they believed in Daystar's good cause? How many Daystar believers were led astray when they discovered that the organization employed deceit and manipulation to spread false teachings instead of God's truth? As if that weren't bad enough, this is a sin against the church. Many people have placed their trust in Daystar, only to be deceived severely. It is imperative that Jonilamb owns up to her involvement in this. Your response about this important news is required. In your opinion, will Jonilamb ever face consequences? In your opinion, is there still hope for Daystar, or has it gone too far? Leave a comment with your opinions. But before you go, subscribe to our station to stay up to date on this and other Christian controversies and to see more uncovered realities. Get alerts set up right now by clicking the subscribe button.